Yo, this is Kingearner coming to you guys live and direct. Tonight I want to speak on something that I know a lot of individuals, man, especially women, man. Y'all been in my DM all day long. Y'all been screaming to the top of y'all lungs. Listen, Kingearner, we don't got nobody else to protect us. This dude just said what he said, even though he's apologizing. There's something about what he said that don't sit right with me. And I gotta agree, you know. As a man, a truthful man, one time or another in my life, I have disrespected a woman or two, you know, and we understand that we know this is the wrong thing to do. What I think Fat Joe was missing the point of is, at this time in our world and what's going on, to kind of give that type of dishonor up to sisters, black, beautiful queens at that, it makes individuals' eyebrows raise up, and they want to know, Kingearner, what do you think? How do you feel? Well, I'm gonna keep it all the way 1,000. You know, I'm not going to sit up here and ridicule and continue to mock what was said, because to continue to mock what was said is an individual actually taking time out and putting that same energy back into the universe. So we got to figure out how we remove what was said and how we carry it with honor. Well, with an individual with the last name in a rap that puts his name and still has his name as Joey Crack, it explains to you the energy that he's giving off. That energy is dishonorable, because when you're doing $1 million things and you're carrying it in a $1 million way, and you have a quote unquote $1 million cockiness, it's gonna bite you in your rear end. And in this case, it bit him in his rear end. Because honestly, I don't think that he's racist. Honestly, I know that he can't be racist if he's dealing with Remy Ma. But if you have Remy Ma in your camp, you're gonna respect individuals that you see that are women that remind you of Remy Ma. Although they all look different, they all talk different, but guess what? They all have children. They all are mothers. And guess what? Somehow, some way or another, maybe they use the drug. But who's to say the individual that uses the drug is worse than the individual that sold the drug? Because if I'm not mistaken, Joey Crack, that's what your whole image is off. You selling crack, because you say it. This is what you speak about in your raps. This is who you're supposed to have been. This is who you used to be, rather. Let me correct that. Well, if this is who you used to be, we want to know who the Fat Joe is today, because that type of dishonor should be controlled, especially with a guy who's so cocky that he didn't even want to answer about his honor when it was being questioned. And we know from the rip who was the individual that put it out there. I never received a damn thanks for being on point, not a talk to and all that type of weird stuff where individuals try to get in contact with these stars and be friends. Nah. But I allowed you to know, and I allowed the world to know, that that paperwork wasn't right. If anyone else would have went ahead and kept going with it, guess what? Yana would be in the basement, because everybody would be looking at you as a Rizat. You couldn't man up and have the humbleness to give the people that set things in place. Even my platform, it didn't have to be me. It could be anybody that you see commenting under my platform that may have said, damn, we never thought Joey would do this. We knew he wouldn't be a rat. And then, here it is, your humbleness, your cockiness, gotta knock you down to make you stand all the way up, because on this side, when it comes down to the rules and laws of honor, the bread don't matter over here, homie. Yeah, we understand that we needed to survive and eat, and we must, obtain bank accounts and be responsible individuals. But at the end of the day, when it comes down to the value of a coin, over here, it don't mean anything. So if it don't mean anything, we're usually happy when an individual does something in our community, and you have, in this position, 1,000,001 women. 1,000,001 women saying, yo, Kingearner, We see you snatching honor. Take this much honor. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to smack your honor to the moon, and I'm going to take it for 30 days. You can get it back 30 days depending on how you carry it when it comes down to the people and how you deal with individuals. Because instead of apology online, you know, I would think something like an honorable feature with them two individuals, or something with you pulling up with some flowers or something like that. Because at the end of the day, dig the grave for this month and fill it up halfway. Fill it up halfway. All dishonor, you mutt. All dishonor. You can't call people crackheads when probably majority of the individuals you see in our community, their mothers were crackheads. So I gotta snatch your honor and put it in the ground, and I'm gonna push like halfway the dirt on you. That way you may come back alive with your honor in 30 days. But right now, you can't stand on nothing. I gotta back them. They're upset. You went too far. To call somebody a crackhead in this era, most of these women, whatever they were on, they still took care of responsibilities, and they reached a platform where they were able to be on the same stage, on the same arena, in the same position as you. So you're no better than anyone. And all I ever see you do, man, is, you know, talk about how you think you're better than others. But man, you're not better than nobody. You're not better than Cuban Link. You know why you're not better than Cuban Link? Cuban Link is coming from a standpoint of everybody would never understand him. The reason why they won't understand him is because you have to understand personal relationships that nobody know, or anybody has an idea that what happened. Don't nobody know. You know, if they do, it's the individuals that's close to them. And guess what? Sometime the poster boy, and I would look at Joe as the poster boy. Poe was him, Timothy. He was him. He had the respect and the honor in the streets. Joey had the respect and the honor, but guess what? He had to become the poster boy because Pun wouldn't be able to be the poster boy. So we got some understanding of what's going on here. We have individuals fighting, but we don't understand the fight, and we don't know the fight. But when an individual continue to go on in life, and you see things, they start expressing themselves, they start being too cocky, they're going to always be knocked down off their horse. You know why they're going to be knocked off their horse? Because there's something about them that made me not be genuine. And, you know, when you're rapping against a guy like Ja Rule, I would think his street credibility, the individuals in the crowd would have went along with him over him, because 50 snatched Ja Rule's street entertainment. His street name, everything is gone. And I mean, he may be honored and respected to some dudes, but for the most part, he's out of there. And if he had done the verses with 50, no matter what, he would have been out of here. Joey, you couldn't get him out of here. The reason why you couldn't get him out of here is because your mind frame is focused on the value of who you are. You can't bring that to hip hop or entertainment. If you're going to bring anything to entertainment, you got to bring the bars and the hits. And Joey, I'm sorry, you let a kitten destroy you in front of millions, and your only fight back was disrespect to his sisters. And guess what? It's called a pride thing. And that's how a lot of these younger brothers get caught up in, you know, drama in the streets. They get a pride thing, whereas though they don't want to, you know, speak up for the positive things, but for the negative things, they're all way in. They can't hold it back. They gotta go. You know, they gotta speak up. And because you were getting beat, that was your only way of fighting back. That was your only way of saying, you know what? I'm gonna say and do something that's gonna destroy everything they gotta do with him. But guess what? It wasn't towards him, it was towards our sisters. And guess what? They're pissed. When they're pissed, you understand what happens in the universe and in this world? Things don't go your way. And you have to understand it. You can ask any husband, and I'm pretty sure you know that you're a husband. You can ask your wife that when things go, you know, horrible in the house, you ain't on point, you ain't correct. So guess what? When they ain't on point and when they ain't correct and when they feeling belittled because you feel as though you wanted to ridicule them, then your honor will be snatched forever. And if you can't do a more respectable, honorable. Don't nobody want nobody coming to social media to say, I apologize. That's dishonor right there. How do you go to social media and say, I apologize? When you disrespected these people in front of millions, if anything, you should have pulled up like a gentleman and apologized face to face. I'm kingearner from the Honor Your Life campaign. The goal is to restore the honor into the youngins. How can we restore the honor into the youngins when the people that are leading with honor, that claim they want to set the mind frame straight of the children, are giving up this type of nonsense, And then people are saying, well, you shouldn't. You know why I'm going to call him out on it? Because whenever I disrespected a woman, guess what? I was called out on it, and I had to deal with it. And guess what? He has to deal with it. And any black man around the world is going to have to deal with it. This is a part of you having an understanding that it's something you can't do no more. You're better off running. Look, take the kingearner role, run, kick a whole ass, because when you put yourself in bad positions, man, you stand in that position forever. And right now, Joey, Bowie, or whatever your name is, it won't go further. Kingearner live and direct.